Oh, yeah. Here we go. As promised. It's your boy KARCENO here. Let's get into it. Let's talk about Kanye West, the most damaged artist in the history of the game. It is quite alarming to me that Kanye West hasn't found his nirvana. It's quite alarming to me that Kanye West cannot seem to find that balance and keep coming at everybody, and he just can't find any peace. And it's been like that for him, since his mother has passed, and he has not found that way to move forward and live through his family, that he has, and be grateful, because it's always the son is always supposed to bury the mother and the parents. That's or the child, the children are supposed to bury their parents. That's the way it's supposed to go. It's not supposed to be the other way around. And not being prepared for that loss, because it's gonna hurt you, but it also changes you, it mature you, brings you focus, so you can understand the importance of life. And nothing is more valuable than it. And you realize how precious it is. But Kanye West seems to be a person that just doesn't understand and don't want to understand what it is that he's doing. He wants to conduct his own Sunday services and have Justin Bieber and everybody there and make it a whole hip hop performance night. But in his interview he did with Big Boy, he said some very alarming things that just threw me for a loop. It's like he got one foot in and one foot out of religion. You can't be this porn addict who's a devoted man of God. It just don't work. Okay, it just don't. That's an oxymoron. You can't hold on to both worlds. It's just not Kanye. It just doesn't work. So when you start using these narratives and trying to find loopholes to go along with your illness or your sickness or your addiction, because we've known about you for a very long time. So we're from Chicago. We already know, right? Your porn addiction and adult film addiction or whatever that is. You're in there doing God knows what with God knows who. You're a fecal freak. Uh, we've seen your type of behavior and all the patterns of it, and the narcissistic control that you like to have on every situation. And when you don't have it, you don't know how to speak to people. And we've seen that. And dealing with someone who has mental issues such as yourself comes from not getting closure in a lot of situations. And without that closure, people are afraid to take the position with you that they need to take, to be that person to draw the line, in a sense, saying, I don't care how much money you got. I don't care what this is what it is. You're not going to talk to me that way, X, Y, and Z. Now, many of you probably didn't see the interview, and if you didn't, I understand it, and good for you, because nothing great came from it, to be honest, and it was disappointing to me. Uh, as the other artists just kind of sat there and waited for their moment, as they're supposed to be promoting this album, it really just showed how much this man who made Jesus Walks, right? Jesus is King tour, everything. So now all of a sudden, he's got issues with Jesus. Now, I found that to be very.
I was dealing with in my own hands.
Mm,
Like a lot of times, I just feel like in our society in America, people, Christians, we depend on Jesus so much that we won't put the word in ourselves. And the main thing that really that I don't rock with is like, it's just always like, I'm gonna pray for you. And it's just like, you can actually physically do something yourself too, more than just pray. And we're so in this mentality that that's all that needs to happen, but we ain't praying our way out of prison.
mm,
We ain't praying our way out of the abortion clinics. We ain't praying our way to get our land. I have my issues with Jesus. There's a lot of stuff I went through that I prayed and I didn't see Jesus show up.
Well, if you only pray to Jesus when you need him, he might not show up. If people keep calling me, just like they called you on Real Friends, and they only call you when they need something, the same way you felt, Kanye, about that on Real Friends, that's the same way they felt. That's the same way Jesus probably felt. He probably showed up and you didn't even know it. You still rich, you still alive, right? Your kids are healthy, right? He showed up. He just not showing up in the way that you want him to. So in your faith or religion, what I'm not hearing is faith. You don't have faith, Kanye. That's the problem. If you had faith, this wouldn't be an issue. That's like, oh, what was the guy name on My Name is Earl? When Earl went there all day, did nice things for people, and then he went outside and got a scratch off, and went there and won a big jackpot, won like 300,000 on a scratch off. Then all of a sudden, his buddy comes home and said, I was nice all day. I did nice thing. I didn't steal a thing. And then I went there, I spent $6 on some tickets. I scratched them off. Didn't win nothing. So that's that's how some people react. They think it's instant gratification. It's instant something's gonna happen. But the way Kanye's talking is so arrogant and narcissistic. I couldn't see the Most High presenting himself to you and coming to you. And the reason you can't see him is because you're blinded by your own ego. Your own ego won't allow you to see the Most High, the Creator, the Elohim. You can't see any of it. You won't see Yeshua. You won't see anything because you are so blind by this material. You're blinded by lust. You're controlled by demons. And you think you're doing something angelic. Look at your lifestyle. That tells you everything they need to know about you. Everything. Look who you call your wife. Look at your wives. That's a reflection of you. Your wives are a reflection of you. When they step outside, they represent you. Look at them. Look at both of them. Do they recognize or do they look like somebody you would turn to in the need? Would they look like somebody you would trust, Kanye? Do those women look like they're nurturers of children? You have children. Do those women look like they know how to take care of kids? Cook for their kids? No, they got to have nannies and assistants do that. That's not them. This is what you call family. This is what you call your world. And then you talk blackness. Then you talk all this pro-black talk, and then you do this. Then you come back after they treat you, look, they talk to me like I was a monkey. How did you behave? Then you come running back to us, telling us what those people did. What you want us to do? Spank them on the hand? Nope. Sorry. Not happening. You got all this smoke for everybody that look like you. Then you go only rebel against these people when they treat you how they really feel about you. And then you lash out just so you could go running back to them. We've seen your kind before, Kanye. That's why people look at you in such a way. You're the same guy that was rolling around in the Oval Office, so defiant, like you're political, getting behind Trump, like you was behind his movement and his words and everything. It's not knowing that you were not attached to that politically at all. You was doing it. It was attention. It was a look. And you shaking up everything and getting all this attention. And by the president of the United States being on your side, you could try to push these reform bills. It's like, come on, man. We see what you're doing. We see what you're up to. It does not impress any of us what you're doing and the acts that you're taking to get there. We've seen all these steps done before. We've seen people been used. We've seen people dragged and really had to fight for our families, our Black families. So all the noise you talking about, Jesus ain't had your back. Jesus ain't show up for you. Did he need to? Because the simple fact is, it don't seem like you wanted him there. Not at all. It seemed like what you wanted was to have your nirvana. This your reality. This your party. So was you really even looking for Jesus? And what was you calling him for? Alone? So you can go back to them? Just like you said on Real Friends. I hate when they hit you up and say, yo, fam, you good? Then the next text, then they ask you for something. Real friends. I guess I get what I deserve, don't I? That's right. You're getting what you deserve. Maybe because Kanye West think, this is a Sunday service. This is the prayer. This is the praise of the Lord. Now, while you're recording a track and getting this choir and thinking, oh, this is my Sunday service out, we praising the Lord like this. Now, people rejoice and they do things in celebration, but the actual praise of the Lord is the power of the word. Kanye, people make offerings, but the power is in the word and the fact that you have to have faith. You can be you can say, oh man, I'm in the right religion, I'm all good. If you don't have faith, it don't work. The Lord works through people, Kanye. He channels through the world. It works through all of us. We're vessels. So his work, so they always say prayer without the work is no good. But you don't pray and give praise because you expect something in return. Your prayers to the Most High, to the Creator, to the Elohim, whatever name you want to call the Messiah. If you want to give praise to the Messiah, you don't praise with the expectations of getting anything. You're owed nothing. The fact that you're able to breathe and walk is a privilege. How dare you have the audacity to say, I have a problem with him because I prayed and he didn't appear to me. That's blasphemy on all levels. And for you to have the gall to say that because you want a lot of attention to sell your album, if that's what you need to sell your album, then why make an album? You would damn your soul so that you could sell records? He's very confused. I'm confused trying to figure out a way to make sense of what he does. I've been out of the make excuse for him business. There is no more chances or anything that we need to make excuses for Kanye. He's done. This man claimed to be God, has a problem with Jesus. You don't carry yourself like a God. You carry yourself as a demon. Someone who's demonically possessed and is fighting transformation. And saying that Jesus didn't show up for you and that the Christians are depending too much on Jesus. Y'all depending on Jesus too much. Who we should depend on? We should support you. We need to depend on Kanye. Them prayers ain't working. I am my own God. Yeah. Deity Complex. I seen it a long time ago when he was on the Rolling Stones with the doggone thorns on his head, with the blood coming down. I said, I'm saving this because y'all don't see what's happening here. He will do anything for shock and awe. He wants to be famous so bad, he's willing to let it corrupt his soul. He's willing to be a corrupted soul for the rest of his life just so he could do this. This is Kanye West. This is what he's about. And the whole world will see. I mean, now they kind of know. They just say Kanye is crazy. He has shown you considerable amount of times this is who he is. This is what he's about. This is what he is. He does not care. He went from saying Jesus is king. It named that his tour, his album, everything. Now, Jesus ain't king no more. Jesus ain't asking his call. Now he's his own God. Because Jesus ain't answered his call. When we're doing things for attention, for a like, for a view, for a look, we're not doing it for the right reasons. We're doing it for whatever insane amount of nonsense we think is the way to do something. We think this is a good look. We think this is okay. So when you put these material things before the Most High, and you look at the examples of your life, what you married, what you call beauty, what you call a wife, what you call everything, and you think that's what everybody should strive for? We should have the wives that you have. That's the lifestyle we should. That's the direction that we need to go in to be like Ye.
I don't really recall. I don't think I posted on Twitter much. We can't pray our way out of abortion. Ye has definitely gone through an unimaginable level of pressure.
Every 2 years, 3 years, he rears his head, he pops up, and he says some goofy ish. All the time. Not some of the times, not part times, all the time. Ye has often and completely shown you this is who he is. He's going to show you over and over again. If you put a microphone in front of his face and he talks to you, he's going to say a bunch of things that is on the internet, right? He's going to say, these people are the Illuminati now. And then they'll be like, look, Kanye, no, he just told you about the Illuminati. Then he's going to say everything, and he's going to go around the people that he just talked about. But he's going to go in a room with all these people and do business deals. He's going to go and marry their daughters. He's going to go ahead and make babies with them. He's going to go ahead and do everything that is relative to what he just was talking about, what we need to avoid. This country is this. Then he thinks, oh, I'm going to build my own church and have people follow. And then you have these people that just do it because they don't know no better. They stuck on celebrity. It's a place to go. It's an event. Let's go to his Sunday service. More money, more problems. So when Kanye is going to those pearly gates, let's see what's going to be there for. I don't know if they got any cars up there. It's a lot of mechanics up there. But if you think the pearly gate's going to have a drink for you, well, we'll have to wait and see, yeah. I don't know if any microphones up there for you to spit. Kanye has been someone that we saw as a standard for great talent in music. Now we all seen Kanye. He connected in every race, from Hispanics to whites to blacks to Indians. Everybody worldwide gravitated to his music. But he's so into fashion. He's just like Jay-Z in that thing, but now he's all over the place because no one was able to check his creative aggression. And they was like, well, he's a genius, so we got to let him go. And by letting him go, it got worse and worse and worse, to where he's going to be in a room peeing in a bottle, afraid to come out, and just living in torture because he is like basically Howard Hughes. From the Aviator movie. Well, when you do things that don't measure up to the energy, if it don't measure up to the assignments, if it don't measure up to the status quo, what are we doing really? What are we doing? Why are we watching, his children on social media? And then he's crying because his kids are doing TikTok and they're too young to be on TikTok and he has no control. Why? Because you chose the wrong wife for this kind of thing. But that's on you. Your wife is a reflection of you. The Bible tells you this. So this is a reflection of what you've married. You married something that you were trying to create and use as a brand to promote and market, and this is your product. Jay had Beyonce, you had Kim Kardashian. What's the difference between the two? Right? One was hoard out in the industry, the other one had talent and wasn't hoard out. You can work with that. Her image came in already tainted. So now everybody around can see where this is going. Kanye West was on a spiral to nowhere. And while you're on a spiral to nowhere, everybody in that circle is trying to figure out a way to take anything you got going. You see, because that's the way it works. Well, you have these situations where most people don't make a certain amount of money than they think. And you've seen a lot of people go through hell just trying to get free. When you're a black celebrity, normally that don't come with a paycheck. You would assume somebody's got a check for me somewhere. It's not necessarily true. And not only do they not have a check for you, not only do they not have a check for you, they report everything that you're doing. And if you got a kid with these ladies, you got to pay through the nose. Sometimes you paying 30, 40,000 a month. And you're like, whoa, hold on. I don't really make that kind of money. So now the money is going out and then you don't have to work to back it up. You don't have to work to stay busy. I've seen this play out so many times. Yeah, it's why everybody involved, you know? No, the gist of it is different. Kanye gonna have to have a come to Jesus talk with some people real soon. Because he's getting to the point now where he's gonna become what you would call a novelty act. And people are going to be really surprised when they hear somebody say that. And I'm going to say it. I'm going to be like, no, they're going to be like a novelty act. Trying to place my bets right now. Come on, get my bets in. Get my bets in. Come on. Oh, no, come on now. Come on, Smiley. Get my money. Come on. Oh, they ain't placing my bet. They know I got a winning sheet. Now here they come with the odds didn't change. Give me my money. Yeah, there we go. Bet's been placed. Ooh, 1,200. Oh, baby. It's on. Now, I'm finna roll. Shouts out to Kwame Brown, Bus Life, Armando Black TV. Welcome to HDII TV, Jag Sports with Jose Rodriguez. Ticket. And I'm out the door. Kanye, stop sharing.